paper, maybe exciting, but you know, Pep won't. For Pep Guardiola and his team.
Yeah, how important was that in the context of the title?
Yeah, it's massive. You know, I said before the game, I think they can't really afford to slip up at all, especially here at home. They have to get maximum points, I think, to really challenge Arsenal at the top. Again, 6 points now looks close enough because, of course, Arsenal have to come to the stadium as well before the end of the season as well. So it's definitely much within touching distance. And again, these players are hurting because they gave the title away last year to Liverpool. They want the title back. But Arsenal at the minute, everyone thinks it's a done deal. But I think these players in City will have a different story to tell you.
Certainly Erling Haaland will, and we'll talk more about him and his individual performance and his individual numbers between now and when we go off air. But from Manchester City's point of view, in terms of that performance, do they look like a team that is just getting better and better as the season's going on?
Yeah, I thought today they were fantastic in and out of possession. I thought defensively really solid against a team that we know, was second in the league before this game was kicked off. That Bournemouth were a massive threat in loads of areas across the pitch. So Man City had to almost stifle that to then earn the right to play. And I think some of the midfield play, I thought Nico Gonzalez coming into the midfield in that sort of Rodri role, if you like, was absolutely outstanding. Foden, Cherky, and you can just see there he's probably demanding more, going, why did you bring me off on 2 goals? And he's going, well, you had your chance, didn't you, to make it 3? But no, it was a very authoritative performance from Man City.
And of course they'll want to make sure that Erling Haaland stays fit. This is a long campaign and they'll be battling on many fronts, Manchester City, and he is absolutely crucial to any success that they may have this season. From Bournemouth's point of view, we saw how disappointed those players were as they went over to the Bournemouth fans. They had their opportunities in this game and there were periods where they looked really good. Is this bigger than that, though? Is it a reminder of just how big that next jump is for them?
Yeah, of course, Bournemouth know the challenge. They wouldn't have come here today expecting to win. They would have believed they can win, but they certainly knew that they had to be right at it to win. Today, Man City, as the guys have said, Man City were killers today. They're really decisive in the final third. The goals on the counter-attack in the first half that changed the game. And Bournemouth will dust themselves down and go again.
And they've been so impressive so far this season, Bournemouth, but on the wrong end of that 3-1 scoreline today, and this is what's happened elsewhere. The reason it was so important for Manchester City is because Arsenal got that 2-0 win at Burnley to move further ahead at the top of the table. And now been pegged back a little bit by Manchester City. Palace with a 2-0 win against Brentford, Fulham 3-0 against Wolves, Liverpool back to winning ways, 2-0 victory for them against Aston Villa. It was a 2-2 draw for Manchester United at Nottingham Forest, and Chelsea with a 1-0 win at Spurs. Earlier today, West Ham got their first win under Nuno Espirito Santo. Newcastle still looking for their first away win in the Premier League of the season. And as we've just seen, Manchester City have beaten Bournemouth by 3-1. There's still another game to come. It's Sunderland against Everton, and that's live on Sky Sports Premier League tomorrow evening, 8 o'clock kickoff, 6:30. So the league table looks like this, with Manchester City now in second place. They've got 19 points. They're 6 points behind Arsenal. And the defeat for Bournemouth means that because their goal difference has gone down, they've gone below Liverpool. So it's Arsenal, Manchester City, Liverpool in the top 3, Bournemouth completing the top 4. Defeat for Newcastle means they stay in 13th place in the table, but it was a big win for West Ham, not just in terms of morale, but also because they moved to the edges of the relegation places. They're on 7 points now from their 10 games played so far this season. And there's more live sport.
A big victory, and it's a victory that puts Manchester City up to second. How important was that win?
Yeah, thank you for that important win, and yeah, it's good to bounce back after losing a bad away game. So yeah, it was nice.
2 goals for you, which isn't a surprise, but talk us through, especially that first one. You were one-on-one with the goalkeeper. What did you see in front of you?
Goalkeeper, of course. I tried to contribute for the team by doing my job, and yeah, we won again, and it's good to win. That's when everyone is happy. So that's what we try to do all the time. So now 2 more important games before international, and keep focusing.
Ryan Cherky started the match today. It seemed like you two had quite a nice partnership on there.
Yeah. We all know his qualities. So it's about trying to get the best out of everyone. And today he had 2 amazing assists to me. So yeah, hopefully many more.
We heard as well that it's the 15th time you've been subbed off in your Manchester City career. on 2 goals. So how desperate were you for a hat-trick today? Did you feel that you could have got one?
Yeah, of course. So you need to ask Pep for this. I think there were probably a few fantasy managers that were not so happy when I got subbed off.
Do you ever surprise yourself? Because you're in great goal-scoring form. It seems like you're just unstoppable.
I didn't score last game, so again, I try to help the team to win. That's my goal, and even by scoring or helping them with winning duels, it doesn't matter as long as we win. That's what I want to do. I want to win games, and I want to help the team become a better football team, become a better football club. So that's my job.
Well, you are the player of the match. Congratulations.
Thank you.
A player of the match performance.
Congratulations. It was a big victory, and it's a victory that
is inching closer. 107 appearances and 2 goals left to get. You did it in 124.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident he'll do it. Whether he does it the next one or the one after, he'll do it. I love his attitude. I love everything about him. I love how goals means. Well, goals are his life. And that comes across in his interviews, it comes across in his performances, and I've got great respect for him because I've been there and I know that feeling, and it's the best feeling in the world, I promise you.
Erling Haaland has 17 goals in all competitions for Manchester City. Just look at the difference, Stuart, between him and the next top scorer, 2, Ryan Shecky, Jeremy Doku, Phil Foden, and own goals, of course, on 2. And over-reliance, we talked about it, because last season we saw what happened when Erling Haaland was out for a period of time.
Yeah, that's always a big worry. You know, if you do sign a striker into the football club and you notice there, all the players that have scored as well, none of them are really recognised centre-forwards. So they've literally got Haaland or nobody. But if you sign a centre-forward, what centre-forward's going to, worth their salt, is going to want to come and be understudy to Erling Haaland? Because you're not going to play.
Maybe the issue then not that he is scoring too many goals or they're too reliant on him, more that the rest of the team isn't adding in?
There isn't an issue. There's an issue if he gets injured. But at the minute, whilst he's playing like that, whilst he's scoring, whilst he's as fit as he is, and no one wants to wish any injury on him or anyone, but there's only an issue if or when he gets that knock or if he gets injured. At the minute, he's doing everything that he can for the team.
And only just a second defeat all season. How did you see that from your point of view today?
Yes, at the end, to try to get something from this kind of games, you need something special, and there were moments, especially with the 2-1, we had to clear chances from Junior Kropi. We didn't punish them, and after it was more difficult. I think in the first half, Alan was very good. We decided to go and press like we always do, but he found our backs, I think, in the first 2 goals very well, and there are risks that you have to accept sometimes when you play like this, and they punish us. I'm pleased with the performance overall, but you need special things not to get something from these games.
That fascinates me. Despite doing your game plan, sometimes you have to say that player, as in Haaland, is that good?
Yes, he's that good. I think they asked me yesterday in the press conference that he hadn't scored in the league against us, something like this, and bad decision to ask me this, because normally he's in a great form, and obviously with the space is very difficult to defend, but we didn't want to change our way of playing and more quick, and he punished us 2 times. I think that it was clear offside, but I think we were playing well. Probably in the moment where we were feeling more comfortable, we conceded the first goal. We fight again, you get the 1-1, but it has been also a lovely movement from them. One touch, finding us in behind, and you have to accept. I think probably second half we were controlling more the game. You are losing, and they kind of take a step backwards and they leave you a little bit on the ball. But I think we were playing well. We were arriving, and these 2 chances, I think, from Junior especially, were our moment also, to score the 2-2 and probably face the last minutes in a different way.
But just finally, in the bigger picture, if it says you in August, you're going to get into November, lose only twice to Liverpool and Manchester City away, you would have taken that, wouldn't you?
Yes, of course. No, we are in a good spot in the sense of we have 18 points. I think the two losses, Liverpool and City away, you need not only to compete well, or no, you need something special to get something from these places. And now we have another difficult game, Villa away. So Premier League is very demanding. Everything is super tight, and we have to prepare and recover well, because today a lot of players finish with knocks, and I hope we don't lose players for the next one.
Yeah, on that, just quickly, how is Semenyo?
Antoine was good. It was, I think, a knee at the back. And I think also Tyler was a knock. Probably Alex Jimenez is the one that looks more ugly. But I hope we don't lose him also.
Thanks, Andoni.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Still bothering him as far as that interview is concerned. But if you stop Haaland, do you stop Manchester City? And is that easier said than done?
Yeah, definitely. But definitely not. I think that Cherki and Foden play huge parts in the goals today, and their positions in between the lines of Bournemouth's midfield and defence makes it so difficult. And their position causes the space for Haaland to run into and him be such a killer in those areas. But without those two picking up those pockets of space.
It's a quite intense Bournemouth side.
No, we knew it. So we experienced last season in the Premier League, they destroy us. We could not even handle it, nothing, and the FA Cup was much better. Here was tight, and always have been tight with them, always, because they're so intense, so aggressive, and they open, they're so wide in the process, and they threats with Semenyo and Brooks and all the players. They drop a striker, especially Tavernier, clever when play, so that you hold in midfield, that they are so dynamic, and defensives are so aggressive. So listen, today is the second game that they lost. We lost more games than them, so it's a team that is so good.
It was a really quick start from them. They had, of course, that goal that was offside in the opening minute, but Erling Haaland, of course, scored that opening goal. In terms of the timing, how important was it to score at that time?
It was really good, but the problem, the timing is a goal that we concede. That the way you see the replay, and it's unbelievable that it's not fault. So there are things that sometimes it's difficult to understand, so why it's not disallowed and this kind of thing. That was the moment. But we were stable enough to have our momentum to score the second, to have a 2-1 against one with the keeper, to not close the game, because one of the talents that admire the most of Bournemouth, that they play minute 1, minute 95 in the same rhythm. Nothing changed, and that is the point.
Yeah, big celebrations with